we're going to talk about 5 effective public speaking techniques. And helping me this week is my YouTube friend, Dr. Bruce Lambert. So let's get into it. So let's get into it. If this is your first time on this channel, we are all about helping.
Passionate and enthusiastic. And then you have to share that passion and enthusiasm with the audience. That will keep them engaged. Then they'll be hanging on every word. So you'll see that I tend to speak with a certain amount of intensity. That's because I really do feel passionately about these topics. I really want you to improve your communication skill. I really want you to learn these 5 techniques to be a better public speaker. And that comes across in the way I speak. The third tip is to use humor. Now, this doesn't always mean tell a conventional joke that has a traditional setup and then a punchline. Some people are really good at telling jokes. If you're good at telling jokes and you know some good jokes that are appropriate to the audience, then go ahead and tell a joke. But a lot of us aren't like comedians, good at telling. And tell funny stories. People love to hear stories, and people love to hear funny stories. Even better if they're funny stories about you or things that have happened to you. So work hard when you're developing your speech to find you didn't know with some sort of twist on the topic. Most topics that we have to talk about have a kind of conventional set of facts that many people know, maybe a little bit about. Try to find that one thing about the topic that's counterintuitive, that's unexpected, that's surprising, and save that to the end. Lead people along, lead them to believe one thing, and then hit them with that surprise. Surprise has a great way of engaging an audience, drawing them in, and keeping them interested. So find that surprising fact or story and include it in your presentation. Tip number 5, Alex, is to use a conversational tone. You can tell in the way that I speak that it's like I'm having a conversation. Well, you and I are having a conversation, Alex, but for those of you who are out there watching, next time you're giving a public speech, I think this is the most important advice I can give you. Try to using humor and surprise. All of these are trying to break down the formality of the public speech. Most of us don't have to give formal public speeches like the State of the Union. Like a politician has to give. Most of us are giving public speeches in relatively informal business and social settings. So in that case, have a conversation with your audience. Talk to them as if you're talking to them one-on-one. This lowers these boundaries of formality, opens up people's minds, gets them engaged, and because a conversation involves turn-taking, they'll always be on the edge of the seat as if you're about to ask them to
surprises to give them a new taste of listening. And last but not the least, use a conversational tone to attract their attention.